My father is a farmer and my mother too was a farmer. So when I started schooling in 1969-70, I say. So our farm is about 3 miles off from town here, in a village called Kamalo. So every morning we go to school. After school, around 2, I have to go to the farm. Well, by then, I mean, one is forced to go to the farm because all the cooking is done there. So there is no alternative. If you want to eat, you have to go to the farm. So that's why most times when we call meetings, we have the community teachers association meeting. We call the parents together and sensitize them on the essence of education, and especially to leave the kids to come to school, and then later they can even help them on their farms. About 45% of the kids in this school are coming from distant villages. Well, you see, the more one becomes educated, the more one becomes enlightened, and the more you become enlightened, the more you are able to help your people. I say, because with education, you are aware of the problems. I say that brings about development. I say, so with the education which I have got, that also has served as an example for most of my relatives and even the kids that I'm teaching in school, and even some of the teachers here. So I think through education, I think that has given me that kind of eye-opening that has encouraged me and even the children that are coming to school here. Actually, the Catholic mission to me, has been a source of inspiration for me, especially when I was working as a catechist in the villages. That is how actually I got to know and work more with my people. You see, because the more you work with the people, the more you get to know them, you get to understand their own situation. Approximately 800 come to this school. Yes, about 7 classrooms. Most time they have to work 2 hours. 2 hours, yes, 2 hours to enter. But actually it's pathetic. Even now, you see some kids come to school, we don't have even lunch to get. Some even don't take breakfast before coming. But imagine the time they will leave their homes to come to school. Recently the guys are increasing. So if you even look at the whole of the school, you see that the number of boys over the girls is very minimal. But about 45% of the school is girls. 45%. When you see most people that have succeeded in life today are those that have gone to school. So if you want to succeed in life, one way or the best way you can do is to go to school.
Where do you go when your eyes are closing? Are you really hoping?
A total of 155 students. Because most of them boys, it's a mixed school anyhow. Most of that number, 53 girls, I can remember, 53 girls, and the rest are boys. This is the planting season, so most of them say, it's a waste of time, the rains are coming, the actual plants are getting late. First of all, giving the blame, throwing it to the parents. Because we have them only a few hours for the day, and then they have them for the rest of the day, the rest of the 24 hours, night and day. They have them more than we have them. Why should you care more about finding about a husband and then less about thinking of the girl who is going to be your future benefit tomorrow. You see, that's what we are asking them. Indeed, it is them that create these issues. That truth cannot be avoided, especially for our environment. It's actually the women that are the administrators, they are the caretakers, they are everything. The men are there only to go and find what they bring for the sustenance. That's actually average situation around here. Well, it's actually right that it is sacrifice, and it is for them that me personally, sacrifice my services. You see, we are seeing that instead of developing, we are going down the drain. Everybody is looking out for greener pastures, better paid jobs and these things, and then they leave our kids go astray. They are not educated, you know, especially formally. You see, well, then if you are not educated formally, then what will happen? You continue to deteriorate. So that is my advice to them. Every time I talk to them, if I are holding devotions, I have some announcements to make, I always tell them, please be careful. Not all is lost. There is hope. If only we can concentrate and learn. That's what I'm telling them. And then I always advise them to be peaceful with one another. Because it was because of some disgruntled people who decided that, well, if it is like me, I'm not enjoying, this other person is enjoying, so I will not take it. And then it started going around, I will not take it. Instead of telling the person, this is what's happening, I don't want this that way, I want it this way. They didn't make suggestions. So, but then if we sit together and be peaceful with one another, through education, we learn all those things, and then we talk. If I don't like your way, I don't like your style, I'll tell you, please don't continue this style. It will not end up fine with me. So it will not end up in a fight. It will end up in set limits that, okay, oh, you don't like this, alright, I'll stop. But if we start saying we keep grudges, no, it will end up again in the same way it started all over again. So that's my advice for them. Be peaceful with one another, learn, be educated. You will see light. Education is light. But other than that, we are still in darkness.
We've got a lot of kids that are coming in from the villages, and really, if only they're ready to work, nothing is gonna stop them. Sometimes we talk to them at the assembly, and then being in classrooms, when I go out to teach, I tell them myself. I just give an example of myself. It's hard at times. You have to work harder if only you want to make it. You can be helping your kid, your mother or your parents at home, and at the same time be coming to school. If only you work hard, you can make it. For now, we have 229 girls and 405 boys. And so we have a total of 634. In the primary school, you find out that, for instance, I was during the NPSC here, there was a school that was almost having girls, all girls. But we find out by the time girls gets to the secondary school, the number starts going down a bit, start going down, and by the time they get from the JSS level to the senior secondary school, most of them go out of school. A lot of factors are responsible. Some of them might include when their parents not being able to help them out go to junior school, teenage pregnancy, early marriage, and a lot of other factors. First of all, I tell them that it's not really easy. That's the first thing, because it wasn't easy with me. So I wouldn't tell them, oh, it's a bed of roses. No, I would tell them that if only you want to succeed, you've got to work harder. You've got to go all out of the way and do something. You've got to forget all about these other extra things that normally get our kids off school. You see, you've got to work harder, and if only you work harder than what you used to do now, it's definitely possible that you are going to succeed.